This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to our review of Daredevil Born Again, the season 1 finale. And if you haven't watched this yet, there are going to be some major spoilers. And man, that was an incredibly brutal episode. That final fight was exceptionally well done, and well, I mean, it was just insane. The return of the Punisher was really great to see. And since he was again all over the marketing for this and is the first thing you see when you click on the episode, I think it's fine to put him in the thumbnail. So, yeah, honestly, just everything with him was great. Absolutely brutal. I think that he did such a great job with the role, and just all those attacks were insanely intense as he's going in just easily killing all these corrupt cops and just being an absolutely brutal savage. It was just incredible. And talking about brutal savages, everything that Fisk did in this was insane. The entire thing where he went and he just obliterated that the police commissioner's head. Man, that was such a brutal but amazing scene. I think that it was just so insane to see that the guy's head literally blew up in his hands, and I mean, I just really couldn't believe that they went that extreme in the MCU. I mean, it was insane that, well, Fisk being just a normal human is even capable of literally just obliterating someone's head. But just going through the rest of it, everything at the beginning with Matt was great, where he's trying to explain everything, and everyone thinks he's being a little delusional and needs to kind of calm down and think things through, but really there's nothing for him to do. He knows what's happened and he needs to take the Fisks down because they have crossed a line and they are just far, far too dangerous to be left in charge. He doesn't even know, why he went and saved him, but it doesn't say specifically, but he is just honestly doing the right thing. And yeah, it was really bad people, but still, it is the right thing to do. And even though it is the hard choice, it ultimately was the correct one. And yeah, honestly, it's that just really, really, really great to watch. I think that just the just as everything was done just extraordinarily well. I think that just everything with the one assistant is just gonna be really interesting. Where she is there and she doesn't know that, well, Fisk knows of everything she said, and that's what I'm assuming. She may have recorded it and gave it to him. I I need to watch it again and see if anyone was more clear on it, but I think she may have betrayed him and decided to play dumb, and that's probably the only reason she is still alive. So you're thinking it most likely is what happened, that to save herself, she went to turn on him and just feels really bad about it. And I think that both her and Heather are going to be the people Matt is going to be able to rely on to go and ultimately take Fisk down at the end of the season of season 2. Going into just really everything else. The entire speech that Fisk had was incredible, and the one immediately followed up was also really great. I also love the how it jumped between that absolutely brutal scene with the Punisher and the equally brutal scene with Fisk. And I mean, Punisher is just insane in this. This does seem to be potentially setting up his special where he's going to be trying to take down these corrupt cops. I'm not, fully sure about what it'll be, but it seems like there's a good chance of it being that because he is captured, but well, he's captured alongside a bunch of other vigilantes, including the swordsman, and ultimately he is able to escape by just absolutely brutalizing the guard and using that to escape. I'm sure he also killed the guard after, and as I said, it was intense. It was, as usual, this extremely well done, very well choreographed, and just insanely, insanely intense. But yeah, that was really great. Also, at the beginning, just showing Vanessa going and recruiting Poindexter to go and kill Foggy, but also basically describing how Fisk managed to go and get out of everything that happened in Daredevil season 3, where as if they were able to, well, this was hearing a slander agent to deem enough to go and get the entire thing of Fisk corrupting the FBI dropped and made to look like it was a fake testimony. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting thing. And then the entire thing that Matt's relationship is kind of falling apart with Heather is interesting. We really don't get to see his reaction to her going and accepting this job with Fisk. But I'm interested to see what happens in the next season. And then honestly, it wouldn't be super surprising when you think of it. And I really wasn't surprised when I saw her show up, but Karen Page's return was really nice, and it's really cool to see her in this. It does seem like that Daredevil's going to be building up a alliance of both good cops and heroes. It seems that it'll most likely be a good amount of the characters from the Defenders, and on the other hand, we're also going to see new heroes like the new White Tiger and then a bunch of good cops that'll be fighting alongside him to go and try and take down Kingpin and return the city to normal because it is interesting that they are taking the area of New York, which is, well, there's just saying is like a free port, so it's essentially not part of the US, and they're gonna try and turn it into their own like city state. It's gonna be pretty interesting to see, and I'm gonna try and take them down because man, this is just getting intense. It was an extremely crazy episode. Just so much happened. I think that really everything was done well. I think that it was really nice to see Karen return and going and referencing even more stuff from the original Netflix shows, since it goes to, the relationship that was pretty special between Karen and Punisher, which yeah, it's shown in Daredevil season 2, but also shown in the not the Daredevil, the Punisher show. Then it goes into just this absolutely just brutal stuff, and I just really like a scene where Punisher's going and he's talking about how those corrupt cops are jokes and they don't really understand what he's truly doing. And there's also just it was a really well done scene with him where, yeah, he knows he's a bad person, kind of like Luthen from Andor, which in other news is 1 week out. And honestly, I'm just really enjoying it. I am super excited to see season 2, and I wonder if we're gonna get the Punisher special in between because it definitely would be interesting to see that. And I feel like it can be sit in the height of Fisk going and being in control of New York. But yeah, honestly, this is just pretty interesting. One question a lot of people will be asking is where's Spider-Man? And I feel like it can be explained, but they do need a good one. since I don't know if they're allowed to use him. I'm pretty sure they're not, but there's a small chance, but I think it's extremely unlikely, especially since he'll be stealing really all the star power from Daredevil and everyone else by going and hijacking the story. It would be kind of like when Mandalorian showed up in Book of Boba Fett. But yeah, honestly, I do want to know what you think. Please leave me in the comments because I really enjoyed this episode. I mean, I'm excited for season 2, but far more excited for Andor, which again is 1 week out. 1 week out! I am just so excited, and just let me know what you think in the comments, and until the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.